A new GT car. That's the plan, to get Cisalpina onto solid ground after a failed Formula 2 project, after several issues with regards to safety, and with emissions regulations turning more and more challenging. For now, the company is out of the ditch, with a very well selling update of the Montone and a facelifted Nuovavia. The F2 project is currently being converted into a road car, so that we can get some value out of the chassis and also of our new inline 4 engine. But for the bigger cars, the V8 is completely out of date. It's ancient, it will not pass any emissions regulations, and it has no power. So maybe it's time to get a new V8 engine family going for the upcoming GT project. So I'd say, let's get to work. And we are back in the shed, and this is how things are looking at right now. We are gaining money, mostly from the Montone, but also the Nuovavia is contributing nicely right now. The engineering project of the G2 is eating 200k a month, but this means we still got a buffer of 500k to work with for a new project. Maybe let's first take a look at the car body we want to use. Let's take a look at R&D and then see what's upcoming. So the GT definitely needs to be a coupe version, and I have looked for this body here because this also has a second seat row and it has front engine. I know this might look like a mid-engine car, but there's no reason why we shouldn't make it front-engined. We can morph it to make it look like a GT car. So let's see what we can make out of this. But the problem is it's only coming out in 1965. And with our current R&D in body, that's in 11 months. So in May, we still have a lot of time until then. We are currently not doing any research at all, which means this will probably be even reduced. So I'd say we invest a little bit here. 1 would be 42k and 2 would be 90k. I think that's still something we could do, because it won't go forever until we get this body. So at max 11 months, but it will be reduced by a few months. And the sooner we have the GT car ready, the more money we will earn later on. Or we spend the additional month in making it more easy to engineer, more easy to build. I just don't want to waste any money on something else. We could waste it on fuel injection, for example, but that's mechanical fuel injection and it would be very expensive. And the exhaust reactor might be nice for emissions. I'm not sure if we actually need this for future emissions. I'm going to take a look at my spreadsheet, what we have to target with regards to emissions. So at least we have to go for WES 4. WES 6 will be relevant in 1976. There's still some time, so WES 6 needs to be done with the first facelift then, so we don't need to invest in that right now. We can for now start with WES 4. So as there's nothing we need to wait for the engine, I can start now with the engine project, and I can do later the car when the body is available. So let's start a new engine project, and ideally I would like to fit it into the Nuovavia and make a race version out of it. So I could try to get a very quick prototype out, which we then fit into a facelift of the Nuovavia with a racing version. Because it's the mid-60s, it was the peak Ford versus Ferrari, Le Mans time, and the Nuovavia needs a proper racing variant. That would be really nice if we could pull that off. I'm aiming for a 3-liter V8 this time. What would be very important is how quickly can we get this one done, because somehow it contradicts the whole I need to start the GT project early, because ideally the engine we put into the GT car is not a prototype engine but a proper version, and it shouldn't take as long. So yeah, I'm not sure if we can properly do it, but let's just try. That's our engine, I guess. Bore of 80, stroke of 74. And then, yeah, I'm not sure Of course, dual overhead cam would be nice, but that will be very expensive to produce and to engineer. With just a 2-valve version for now. I know our inline 4 is already 4-valve, but still we don't have an engine factory. And probably we go with forged components here for this racing engine anyway. So our manufacturers can do that for us. In our own engine factory I wouldn't be able to produce forged components in the beginning. So with regards to emissions, it says they are both similar, but I guess the 4-barrel is definitely better in CO2 because it's more fuel efficient. Yeah, the DCOE of course looks nicer. Let's try this one first. And already the base version revs to the moon, which is excellent. So we should probably aim for at least 300 horsepower. But we also need different fuel here. So in the Lua they also have 110 RON. Don't know what this does to emissions, but we will see. Plenty of octane to play with. I have 275 already. I could already go for the tubular long, not for the race. That would make it closer to production levels. Yeah, in general it's alright, but we need a little bit more to get to the 300 engine family. This will make it very expensive to engineer, but it will help us across the board. DCOEs are the way to go if we want to reach those numbers. It doesn't make a lot of sense to increase cam profile, because then our torque curve just looks really bad. So I guess 293 is good enough for now. Tubular race would push us over. Maybe I still do it. Yeah, 300 horsepower. Let's see how long this will take to engineer. Well, let's first see if we can make it a bit different. But let's try at least to paint our headers. Let's make them black. And engineering looks pretty bad. So if we really make it into a prototype version, it would take forever, which means if I want to have both a racing version and a production version, then I would need to design both now. But that also would mean that I need to get an estimation of emissions right now, because I cannot change the engine anymore for our production version of the GT car. So I guess we will need to do another facelift of the Nuovavia right now and immediately plan the racing version. And it will probably not have time a lot to be released. Maybe, yeah, we can make it until 67, 68. It's a bit of a problem that we just got a new facelift. But let's do it. The old V8 finally can go. And maybe we can also work on how it looks. I have gone to the basic design room for now, just because I had a few issues with colors and so on in the shed, especially when designing the new car. A clone of our new V8 project, clone the prototypo and call it the Stradale engine. There we go for cheaper components. I think we can stick to the forged parts, but definitely not racing versions and not F-gas. We can still run on leaded fuel for now. Should we go for unleaded? I need to check out if it makes a huge difference with regards to emissions, even without the exhaust reactor. And then we make it a bit less spicy, a bit more usable for daily driving. Twin carb probably, quad for the supercar, yeah, quad carb can still stay. And then we're at 213 horsepower. Okay. This would run on unleaded. Let's see. How would it do emissions wise? Ouch. Hydrocarbons. We definitely need to get it up to WES 4, as I said. And I think WES 6 is only possible with the exhaust reactor. But we still have time. Probably too much compression. It already does a lot. But not enough. Let's see if we can go for... yeah. The 4-barrel one does a lot. We lose some power. But definitely we need to go for twin carb here. 200 horsepower. Can even lean it out a bit. We're definitely in WES 4 territory. With a little bit of margin. Which we probably need for the convertible. Yeah, and we are far away from WES 5. WES 5 is not in use a lot anyway, so it doesn't make any sense to further optimize it. So this would be the Berlinetta Mark III. And maybe I want to change a few things about the looks. Also I see that something in the interior is a bit weird. I think we need new front lights. At least, and then see where it takes us. Maybe also some rear lights. So I went for lights that are mounted higher up. But I think the glass is causing weird reflection, so I remove it. This is just a housing for now. And yeah, of course, this position now looks more like an E-Type, but I think the rest of the car is still different enough, and we can live with it. Alright, then let's place the headlight. Then we can also move the badge. Does this look good? I am not sure. I think it's better down there. Okay, that's the front sorted somewhat. Grill is a bit weird now, but we will leave it like this. Okay, and then for the rear, maybe twin rear lights. And one for braking. And this is normal taillight. I think that does it. Maybe we will have different wheels, of course, because we go for magnesium. This was, I think, what I promised as well. It should have magnesium wheels. And looking better. So now let's get it up to modern standards. Tires are already pretty much there. No need to change much. Braking, yeah, maybe it is time to go for the solid discs. When we go racing, I think it makes sense. So semi-clad doesn't make a huge difference in top speed, 7 kilometers an hour. Don't know if it's worth the effort. Let's go for it right now. Interior, sport, luxury AM. Makes sense. Yeah, everything's standard still. Safety wise, we are still fine for a few years until 1980 basically, except for hit VCR. But I don't care about hit VCR with this car. So it is actually quite good. It's just that they hate it because of price perception. Why? Yeah, this is not a good price. Yeah, normalized desirability 29%. Why is that? Fuel maybe? Yeah, it's fuel. The fuel type, the 91 is not available a lot. And I can still pass with 98 easily. So let's go with the 98. Yeah, also Dalua that will not get 91 very soon. Then we can increase compression, but we have issues here. So we have to make it leaner. And we still have more than 200 horsepower, which is double what the original one had, I think. I see that we need to update the plate. And yeah, with all the new power, I think 185s is not the way to go. We can fit more into there. So let's go with a bit more tire diameter. Probably smaller rims. It looks a bit weird, very balloony. Get 205s with 14-inch rims. I think that's the way to go. Desirability is still not there. But there's not much I can do anymore. Except maybe for gearing. 5.2 seconds from 0 to 100. And I think I still need to tune the brakes. Yeah, still not terribly good. Yeah, let's try it like this. Definitely looks more modern now. I probably need to make the spider directly from this one. Let's try at least. This fixture here in the rear always does not want to load in properly. And also we have an unpainted fixture here. And same problem here in the interior. Convertible Super. Still complaining about price perception, but this doesn't explain the very bad normalized desirability, because I am actually better everywhere. It must have something to do with reputation. I say this is good enough, and let's make the racing version. Hopefully I won't spend too much time on this one. It's very easy to do at least. So to spend a lot of time, it's easy, of course. So definitely it will be a closed top version. Don't need the chrome here. Also, of course, no antenna. No number plates, no bumpers. No badge. Also remove the badge here. Just one light in this case. And more cooling. Alright, definitely looks a bit more racy already. Let's get rid of the chrome there as well. And I think then we're done. And then we can also don't have to call it prototypo if we directly make the normal version out of it. Is there a hypercar market already? Nope. No, there is one in the Lua. It's just starting out. 3 overall. I just don't see them yet. It won't sell without a radio. I guess this project will be quite expensive for what it is. Car project is actually alright. And we also can take some time. So what do I want to target? End of 67? That would be 4.5 years, which is 54 months. I can really make this project more expensive, of course, but also better for production. 10 million, 54 months is a bit less than 200k. So already pushing us to the limits, because we still have another engine project also to finance in 54 months, and it should not be that unreliable. And that's basically what we can do. 15 million without learning a lot. That's another 300k. So that's 500k per month. And again, this is much more expensive because we have 2 engine variants in there. If we only had the normal version, and if we didn't need to go for 2 family quality, then it would be a lot quicker. So maybe let's tweak engine family quality. Just go down 1 click. Still 200 horsepower. And we can replace this engine. This one is still in the Montone. Yeah, I believe our Montone is still using this engine. So let's get this one manufactured. Actually, the cost difference is not that much different, so I will just reduce both here. And now let's go back into our cars, because they now have the engine with the reduced family quality, which means that they will be worse. Emissions. Yeah, there we go. We don't hit our emissions limits anymore. We have to retune. So we're not making 200 horsepower anymore, I guess. 199. I also need to check it for the other versions. Convertible, always killing my efficiencies. But now that we have higher reliability, things are looking greener. So this should also be West 4 now. Yes. And Competizione, I haven't checked this one out. Emissions, oh god. Dalua still doesn't have emissions, and this is the one with the hypercar market. So yeah, let's just aim for that so we don't do anything. And just hope that it doesn't sell in any other market. But it also has F-gas, so it won't sell anyway. Everything except the racing version should be produced here, because then it will take efficiency away. So we won't produce the racing version anyway. I think it's pretty clear. Nice price there. Because we don't produce it at all, probably. $20 million, yes, that's correct, 20 million. So this will really eat away a lot of our budget that we currently have. No loan, so this is around 400k per month. And then I think I can live with not getting the body earlier. It's just wait it out, save the money, because I need it. It's not possible that we can hold this up. At least the company valuation is still improving, but our profits are almost gone. I'm overproducing here on the Montone, and also the sales have dropped quite a bit. This is where this comes from, and now I'm losing money again. God damn it. But we are selling the first G2s. So also overproducing here. How many cars do we have in stock? Not that many. Here we have more than 2 months actually of sales in stock, which is a lot. I think I just need to roll on. So what's happening? We have 146 to spare. And I think I need to reduce the production quickly. So just kill all of the production in the farm shed. Or not all of it, but most of it. So that we can save some money. Yeah, excellent. We still have 60 cars in stock. Okay, G2 is selling. We're making a tiny profit. New bodies have been unlocked, they said. Still a few more months to go. Oh, we're losing money so quickly. What's going on there? Sales of the Montone are probably cannibalized by the G2. This one is actually picking up a little bit. I don't know why it's going down so quickly. Ouch. We need to increase production for the Nuovavia, because they cannot produce enough Bellinettas with the current production split. Our loan repayments are still 395k. When does this end? 10 months for this one. Oh, still way too long for this one. Way too long for this one. Yeah, no, that's not looking great. New bodies have been unlocked. So actually I now have to get the next project going as well. Wow, this has just dropped so much. Actually, we need to pick up quicker. We need to hold out for a few more months until the G2 picks up. I will wait for 5 more months just to see where things are heading. Things are getting better again because of the G2. cannot build my GT car because of my stupid Nuovavia update. Got another emergency loan. I think I will start the other project just when the G-Duo is ready. Because then I know how much money I have. We're back in the plus. That's good. The G-Duo is picking up. Back in the minus. Back in the plus. Montone is basically dead. So many cars. So many cars. Will this one be our savior? Yeah, I could also have saved some money in the other project, because we're never building a GT car in 2 years. Okay, our car is ready, and we had a big spike of expenses. But now, fingers crossed. Oof. Bam! G-Duo, yes! Still, company valuation is pretty bad, but I hope this will be able to drag us out of the ditch. And pre-orders are still climbing, even though we have produced now for 1 month. How many shifts are we running? Limited by available stuff. Okay, it will still go up. We can build another factory if necessary. We can kill off the Montone, because that one, yeah, nobody wants that one anymore, I guess. It's 14 years old by now anyway. This little car will save us. I hope. I really hope so. I think we're 1 year late, but we can finally start on our GT car now that I can see that we can afford it. And we really didn't have a lot left. We got another emergency loan, and it will definitely need to be repaid at some point here. Oh god, 70k per month. And we only have 3 loans left. Yeah. Not too much money. It's just 6 million, 7 million we still owe the bank. So let's build the GT car, and this will then go into the Montone factory. Finally! Now I get to do what I wanted to do. GT, cheap GT market. Not the high-end stuff, but we will of course also target the high-end market. And yeah, we are already 1 year too late for what I had planned. Front engined, rear will be seats and luggage. Basically we start again with standard Cisalpina technology. Front longitudinal, space frame aluminium, and double wishbone all around. And then we already have an existing engine, which is excellent. Rear-wheel drive, probably I would like to keep manual also for the GT car. Radial tires will be very expensive. Magnesium wheels, of course. Solid discs all around. We build proper cars now. No semi-clad. 2+2. I tried a sport. Luxury AM radio. Cheap option. No power steering, so everything very basic standard Cisalpina technology. Nothing fancy, but progressive springs for a bit more comfort. And then we are pretty bad here. Low comfort, they say. Let's go like this, and it's already much better. Did I forget to mount mufflers on this engine? Of course I did. God damn it! Oh, God. Proper nice GT car with no mufflers. That means this one will be the prototype, because we will not sell this one. Ah, God. Yeah, for the name, I got some suggestions. I liked a few of those. Maybe wanted to go with the capybara, but then I found out they eat their own poo. So I didn't go with this name, and went for a bit of a mix of a few suggestions. So I wanted to have something with Turismo, for Gran Turismo in there. Went for Futurismo. I know some car companies had concept cars named like this, but I think it's fine to name it like this. Need to shape it a little bit. So my initial draft had a very high roof line, and I want to keep that because I want to have some luggage space there. They said, yeah, you have to make it lower because it's better, it looks nicer, but yeah, for a mid-engine car I agree. I want to make a Gran Turismo, and I'm looking for a very nice line here. Make it a tiny bit lower, like this. What else do we have here? Bonnet. So basically this one would be Maserati Bora style, this would be De Tomaso style. I go with a very simple De Tomaso style. No flares. I have already set the rear deck. No rear flares. And the windshield, I will just leave it, or maybe let's pull it a bit back, because we have this kind of front-engined one. And it looks more front-engined like this. Was it too much? Maybe. Okay. Then this body has a few issues here with the wheel arches, so I will modify that a bit. So with the front wheelbase offset we can move the tires around. And I think I need 2 clicks to the front here, maybe even 3. Yeah. And in the rear I take it one to the front. Okay. And I'm fine with that as well. Not many other morphing options, so we'll have to do it manually with body molding. So let's get started and work with our Gisalpina red for the beginning. Then let's get some proper wheels. Let's go for this. Looks very 70s. I like them. And then let's design it. And I have already posted design draft. I will now restart that one from scratch. Take a few of the recommendations into account. Ignore a few others because yeah, I had a basic idea in mind already. So let's go. So what I did here was, so it's not finished yet, but I basically have a grill fixture, then one fixture which I used to cut the hole into the mesh, and the duplicate of that headlight to then fit into that mesh. And it almost looks like that's the way I wanted to have it. I still need to use some parts of the original one. And now I can place my 3D fixture to really make it nice and inset. I still need to cut away a bit more as it's not perfect. But then we get a really nice and inset headlamp there. And then I need my grill mesh. Very nice. I probably want some chrome around the edge. And yeah, there are some issues here. Need to cut away a bit. And also this one needs to be matte plastic. Yeah, it's not cutting into the body very nicely. Some people said there were minimum height requirements for headlights and therefore pop-ups needed to be placed. I'd still like to keep these lights for making it look a bit different than the De Tomaso or Maserati. We can still place some pop-up headlight just to make the rule makers in the government happy, but we still keep the ones down there. So let's have something there, so that the rule makers are happy. But we have still what we need. We also need indicators. These ones will do the trick, and also they look quite nice with similar slope there. Then let's add our badge. And we also need a bumper. Alright, pretty happy with that one so far. The Cisalpino way of letting air into the engine is having a pretty wide air intake. So let's use that here as well. Line it up with the headlights or the pop-ups. And then let's get the basics done on the rear. Or we also need engine air outlet here at some point, some kind of vent. But first I want to get the rear shaped. Unfortunately, I cannot get rid of this bumper bar here. It's the same paint slot as the window trim. So we cover this all with the bumper. It's not perfect, it's a little bit wonky here, but I think it's good enough. And then let's place our number plate again. We have something going on now, at least at the rear end. It's not such an empty surface. Let me paint the window trim the way it should be. So there's some kind of mistake. The window trim is not actually doing anything. And for the rear lights, I probably have to fill this whole area. And maybe I can use some of this horizontal lines a bit more to make this quite tall rear look wider. So that's my basic idea. This is one of the main differences also to what I did previously and shown on my community page on the channel. So the question is just the rounded edge or the sharp edge. Okay, then behind there we can again place our grill. I actually would not need these air outlets here because it's front engined. So maybe let's not use this, but plastic. Taillight. So we have these round things here. Question is, should we mimic that or should we go for something completely different? So, is this looking good or not? Probably not. Or just fill the back like I originally planned. So again, advanced layering to get this done. I'm not sure if I keep them like this or if I want to paint them in plastic. This one has 5 bars. I think 4 are definitely enough in the rear. Okay, now let's try to get the taillights in there. I don't think that will be working. So maybe we'll try something like these patches. Is this any good? Oh. Certainly not when we have some clipping issues. Okay, so now the question. Plastic or not plastic? I think plastic. Let's do it like this. Then we need some exhausts. Currently both are coming from here. Not a big problem when I also still add a muffler. Just for the looks of it. I know there's still no muffler on the engine. I'm happy with that. And then a muffler. Okay, I think that's pretty good already. I also think as we are reaching some speeds now, we need some kind of lip. And at least try to keep our wheels planted. Yeah, the Cisalpina logo in the back is a problem. Maybe this one still has to move down. Then we can place our badge. Is this 280s already? Like something to open up the boot and to lock it. And then I want something here as well for getting the air out of the interior. I wanted to take the Testarossa vent for that because it follows this line and this line here very nicely. then we are already almost done with the outside of the car. We could make something like scissor doors. Oh, it's not scissor doors, gull wing. Maybe. Maybe these door handles are a bit too modern, but I love the shape here. Then let's work on the gull wings. Yeah, it's almost good. I think it's good enough. Alright, then some mirrors. I think we need to go for something else. Not reuse again what we already had. Maybe something like this. And then we still need some wipers. Okay. Then for the exterior, a few more tiny things. So some kind of an antenna. We need some interior venting here. And we need to work on the sides. And then I think I am very happy with the exterior. So interior, fun. Chassis tunnel is probably a problem. I hope we won't destroy everything here. Let me just, before I do any advanced trim stuff, make a copy. So yeah, still worked, everything is still attached. And I guess that's it. And then just an antenna. And then I think I didn't miss anything major on this one. I hope it's alright. And I think we're done. I know it's weird, but I like it. So let's try to make it into a proper GT car. What else can we improve? Automatic actually is worse. Good to know. It's really good. 17.5 liters. Emissions 4. Excellent. But just. So hydrocarbons just right. Sports compound it is. Brakes have not been set up. Also thought they didn't look right, so yeah. Like this is definitely better. 75%. Trying to get some downforce on the rear. Still don't have anything on the front. Maybe I should get a lip. Yeah, it would be nice if it would not be floating. Okay. So now the front wing angle actually does something. But now, yeah, aerodynamic drag. You immediately get hydrocarbons with that. So we need some aero quality. Turn quality only makes a minor difference. So we need to reduce our wing angles. %. Drivability is not too good. So now for the interior, still I went for sport, 77. What if I chose luxury, 82. So comfort is an issue. Handmade would just shoot it through the roof. Should I make it handmade? I guess it would make sense. This is quite prestigious overall. So not just luxury, I think we need to go into the higher tier. Let's see what the car will cost in production, but I think it's good if we try. The weight distribution, maybe we try to get it a little bit more to the rear because of grip issues. Safety wise we're at 26 already, and if we go for advanced we're at 28. Helvetia already wants 30 in 1970, so we should try to get up there. 2 clicks are not enough. And I probably want to see 30.1 there. Maybe we can still get it. So we're at 112.6 now. %. 115%. Okay, now what do we do about safety? Semi-clad, we would also improve our emissions. I thought so, but now, yeah, they improve it, but I'm still above in hydrocarbons because it's heavier probably. Yeah, because of all of the stuff I put into there. Maybe some body quality to make it more slippery. Doesn't really help. Car family quality, just one. Didn't really help, but overall it's better. So I keep it. Yeah, I think aerodynamics are the way how we need to reduce our fuel consumption or our emissions. And safety, yeah, how much safety do we actually have? I just don't want to miss out because it's rounding. So another click here. Engineering time is so bad. Also heavier sway bars could help. Just could need to get some weight in there. So actually stuffing weight in there is probably the best option. So here I'm at 30.1. But then of course our emissions are bad again. Yeah, let's do it like this. I hope the fuel is still available in Hedvisia. Yeah. That's our car. Now we can give it a different color. Okay. It's actually sellable. It's quite a good car. Just that the engine doesn't have mufflers. And I'm so disappointed that it is like this. But I think it will still sell. And we should take the money because we need it. And we will be able to do an upgrade, do a facelift. Just remind me to do so, please. So it's the Futurismo 2+2. And we won't do any other versions. Then it will be really efficient. Because it needs to be, because it's really, really expensive. 27 million here. So we need to work on it. But yeah, 4 years are probably necessary. And then we're already almost in the 1970s. So let's aim for 4 years. 4 million per year. No engine. And we will put it into the Montone factory because it will certainly be done by then. And it's fully replaced basically by the Chidue. So it says engine factories are overworked. Oh, if that's the case, yeah, then maybe we need to check what we can do and add another one. It will be pretty easy to get another one because we're just contracting them in anyway. Quite some profit possible. Oof, expensive, expensive, expensive. Because of our expensive engine. 34k is the budget, so we are far away from that. Huh. What can we do? We can, of course, take more time to optimize production. Yeah, the engine is very expensive. We need our own engine factory at some point. If not, we will be lost. We cannot wait for 5 years to make a profit. Do we actually just aim for the GT Premium market? Because then we will actually be able to get something. So at least have some margin. Yeah, it's getting better the higher we go with our price. So the market is forcing us to have higher prices. But now we're getting to a point where we're below 0.5 shifts. So let's not do that. Okay, let's do it like this. Yeah, 3 years after the engine. This was not the plan. But what I can do is already engineer the facelift for the engine and then have it basically ready when the car is. So this is now 19 million. I again cannot get a good interest rate, so I have to go for no loan. So I say no loan, and in Chidue I trust. Let's simulate 2 more months and then I think we're done and we can go to the track with the Futurismo. Yeah, we are making at least money. Okay, so I'd say we are definitely profiting also from this huge economic boom right now. But we have reached 1966, quite a bit of time has passed in this episode, and we have done a lot of things. We have done a new Nuovavia and a racing version for it, a new V8 project, and the Futurismo, and we have released the G2, which is currently shoveling in all of the money for us. And we're barely able to reduce our pre-orders, so we could, maybe even sell double than that. So we should think about creating another factory. But that's something for next episode. Let's head to the track. Oh my god, what have I done? This is the Futurismo, this is no mufflers for you. Sorry to all of the neighbors. And at idle it sounds like a tractor. Okay, so let's see how this does. Not too much wheel spin. And quite willing to go into the corners. So a bit of oversteer. You have to rotate it with the throttle because else it just won't turn. There we go. I think that's the line I will take forever here. Through this hairpin. And Caswell's carousel can probably be done in third. Yes, we have all of the torque in the world. For Cisalpina levels, of course. And you really can feel the power. Even though it's quite a lot heavier than what we built before, we still can reach more than 200 kilometers an hour on the back straight. Lifting a bit for front end grip. Oh no. Bavarian bend for you. Not too good. Lost a bit of time there. Brakes are probably a bit too sensitive. Oh, I hope I didn't hurt my car there. Heard a clonk. Let's go smoothly in here. Yes. Very nice. And the last few corners. Going down to second. And we're above 230. It's a 233. And same thing for the Nuovavia. But this time with the racing version of the engine. 300 horsepower. Let's see if this actually is controllable. At least the weight is on the rear tires. Mid-engined. And there's certainly a bit more grip, but also, it's happy in the rear. Oh god. Yeah, not easy. But it's so agile. So it turns in so quickly that it's almost surprising you how quick that is. And damn, almost not controllable. Still some wheel spin. Oh, it's just not going straight. Lots of lift. I guess. Oh, God, why is it not behaving? Not going in a straight line. Please slow down. All over the place. There it is. Avoided the impact. Oh, it's so hard. It's so loose in the rear that I say it's basically undrivable. So here we are again. I've added some dive planes, which would have been state of the art when this vehicle would be released. The engine would be ready. And I've added a ducktail, also state of the art, with a gurney flap. And I've added slick tires. So in Sandbox we have the race tire options. This is medium slicks. Now I hope this will make it a little bit more stable. Let's see. Oh, I was surprised how the car jumped there at the start. It has a lot more grip, that's for sure. Oh, it's insane how much difference the tires are making. And now the car really feels good. Also, I softened the springs in the rear, stiffened them up in the front. Just made it more understeery in general. And yeah, these tires now have grip. Should have gone to first gear there, as this car doesn't have any power down low. Definitely much better, and I've made enough mistakes. And this was, of course, on purpose now to restart it. So yeah, in sports car racing they didn't use slicks back then, yet. But why not have a prototype to test? And it makes such a huge difference. I didn't upgrade the brakes, and that's why they are not locking up. First gear, a bit late. Hit the inside curb there. And now it's almost going straight, I think. Yeah, at least. Yeah, now it starts to dance again, so still not perfect. But we can get around. Just don't touch the grass. Once it starts to wobble, there's no way back. God. That is so good on these tires. I thought I was in first, but I wasn't. Lost some time there again. And we're almost home. A new record of 2 minutes and 14. Wow, what a car. Absolutely insane. And the tires, of course, made the difference. So, I know this is now not fully campaign, as I used the sandbox tires, but I think this car needed it. It's just not possible any other way. And with that, we are done for today. I hope you enjoyed. Quite a lot of progress this time. So, thank you all for watching, and see you all next time. Bye bye.